Hello and welcome. I am Mixed Light and this is my channel. Today we're going to talk about sacrifice. Human sacrifice. We're going to talk about the cultures that participated in this specifically cruel kind of sacrifice. So, settle on in. Let's learn a little something, shall we? Human sacrifice was practiced in China for thousands of years. At a 4,000-year-old cemetery near modern-day Mogu village in northwestern China, archaeologists found hundreds of tombs, some which held human sacrifices. One sacrifice victim was a 13-year-old child. Archaeologists have also found thousands of human sacrifices at Shang Dynasty, which ruled from 1600 through 1040 BC, sites in the modern-day city of Anyang. The practice of human sacrifice seems to have stopped or become pretty rare by the time that China was unified in 221 BC by the first emperor of China. The first emperor's terracotta army made up of thousands of life-size clay warriors, and it allowed him to take an army with him to the afterlife without sacrificing real warriors. And I think probably every one of us sitting right here, right now, has seen that terracotta army in some movie, or one similar to that. Next is the city of Ur, the Great Death Pit, not to be confused with Brad Pitt. At the ancient city of Ur in modern-day Iraq contains the remains of 68 women and 6 men, many of which appear to have been sacrificed. Dating back about 4,600 years ago, a variety of fantastic treasures, including a statuette known as the Ram of Thicket, which is made of silver, shell, gold, lapis lazuli, and carnelian, were found in the death pit. Archaeologists believe that the pit was used to bury Ur's rulers. Then there's Mound 72, which is a 10-foot mound called Mound 72 by modern-day archaeologists, and it holds the remains of 272 people, many of them sacrificed. It is located in the modern-day city of St. Louis, and it flourished from 1050 to 1200 AD. The archaeology of the mound is very complex, but it appears as if people were sacrificed gradually and in a series of episodes. In one episode, 52 malnourished women, ages 18 to 23, and one woman who was in her 30s, were sacrificed at the exact same time. In another episode, it appeared that 39 men and women were clubbed to death. The mound also holds the remains of 2 individuals who were buried with 20,000 shell beads. So they think it's possible that some of these sacrifices were sacrificed to these 2 individuals with the beads. The Inca. The Inca flourished during the 15th century AD, and they conquered large swaths of territory in the Andes, and they connected all their territory with a vast system of roads. The Inca not only practiced human sacrifice, but a specific kind. They practiced child sacrifice, and the mummies of their children have been found by archaeologists often near the summit of mountains or volcanoes. In one famous example, 3 child mummies were found, and I would venture to guess that many of us, if not most of us, have seen the photos of these 3 mummies. But if not, the remains were found near the shrine at Mount, and I'm going to butcher this, so bear with me, Lulailaco, which is a 22,100 foot tall active volcano on the border of Chile and Argentina. Researchers found that in the year before a child was sacrificed, they were fattened up with a diet of maize and dried llama meat, and before their death, they were given maize beer and cocoa leaves. But it's unknown exactly how they killed these children. Human sacrifices were performed in Hawaii as late as the 19th century. It may have served as a way for elite members of the island to help maintain their control over the population. Europeans who visited the island recorded the practice, with one famous painting showing a person being clubbed to death while lying on a rock. It is possible, however, that these accounts were exaggerated as a way to depict Hawaiian culture as savage and justify desires by Europeans and Americans to control the island. Archaeologists have found that as early as 1300 AC, temples in Hawaii were being built with altars where sacrifices, either human or animal, could be made. Greece. Textual references and archaeological remains indicate that the ancient Greeks at times practiced human sacrifice. In 2016, a 3,000-year-old skeleton of a male teenager was found at an altar dedicated to Zeus. Archaeologists believe that the teen may have been sacrificed to Zeus because the idea is supported by ancient texts that tell of child sacrifices that were made on that mountain. And we're going to end here in modern times. Are there still places where human sacrifice is practiced? Unfortunately, yes. We're going to talk about Tanzania. The ritual sacrifice of people with albinism, a condition that leaves someone without pigment in their skin or hair, has been an ongoing problem in the East African nation of Tanzania. Some individuals in the country believe that rituals that involve the sacrifice of albinos or use of their body parts can bring good fortune. The Guardian reported in 2015 that Tanzanian officials had arrested 32 witch doctors who were allegedly involved in the rituals or trade in body parts of peoples with albinism. That's unbelievable. All right, thank you for coming today. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. If you like videos about missing people, unsolved crimes, strange mysteries, and the paranormal, then please subscribe and tell your friends and have them pop over to see if there's something they're interested in. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Thank you, and good night.